Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening to another episode of Dan Tony Sports. My name is Dan Snyder, joined tonight by Dan O'Shea and Dan Beebie. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing great.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Unfortunately, that's good to hear. Very enthusiastic. Unfortunately, Tony could not be here tonight, nor could Chaz, Chuckles, whatever you want to call him. I prefer Chuckles. But it's we're gonna have a good show. Tonight we're going to be talking about the most annoying fan bases in all of sports. All right.
Some very debatable stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I need to do much debating. I think we're going to agree on a couple of these.
Probably.
But
well, I'll have it known I am a master debater.
Master debater. Yeah, got a PhD in master debating.
Yeah.
We'll leave it to the audience to decide.
Yeah, so before we get into that, though, we're going to go through, as always, our pigskin poetry.
Love it.
This one is called Reasons Why It Sucks to be a Cowboys Fan. It doesn't suck to be a Cowboys fan. They didn't win the Super Bowl, but only one team can. 13-3 got them the number 1 seed. For a team that was led by 2 rookies. Dak only threw 5 interceptions all season long. Seeing such greatness from a rookie feels wrong. Ezekiel Elliott mastered hurdling fools. Just look at him. He's got all the tools. But that's just the rookies, and they still have Dez. This team is as good as that record says. That O-line can block. My God, are they great. They're the best line in the league. There is no debate. The defense needs work, but they're getting good. Just wait till you see Xavier Woods. Jeff Heath has stepped up, and he'll do it again. We're ready for the Giants on September 10.
Oh, man.
Reasons why it sucks to be a Cowboys fan.
Also, Elliott looks like an Ewok, and that is a positive in my book.
You rearrange the letters in Ewok and you get woke, which is what he is. Anyways, topic of tonight's show, most annoying fan bases in all of sports. We're going to do this just like we normally do.
Here we
5, 4, 3, 2. Honorable mentions 1. Now, like I said, Tony couldn't be here tonight, but he did send along his selections at most annoying fan bases. So we're going to start off. We're going to go hot and heavy. I'm going to start. The first one is a tie, but it's a tie with a caveat. So my number 5 are Yankees and Red Sox. Alone, neither team's fans are annoying. Together, they're the most annoying fans in all of baseball.
I would heavily disagree when you say neither team's fans are annoying on their own.
Well, okay.
They're both the most spoiled fans in sports.
Not the Patriots fans are.
It's like if you're a Boston fan as a whole, and we'll get to that later, but the Yankees fans, if they don't go to the series, then it's a failure of a season. Not
just if they don't go to the series, if they don't
win.
Don't win the division, if they don't win the ALCS, and then if they don't win it all. And quite frankly, even if they win the division, it's only by like 3 games. Well, we could have done better. We could have won it by 10 games. It's just never good enough for Yankees fans.
Yeah,
exactly.
But on their own, they don't make my top 5. You put that rivalry together, and they are in the top 5. That is, like I said, extremely annoying, especially because we get it. Both of your teams are very good. There's no reason for you to say the other team sucks when we know they're both very good.
Debatable in respect, because, you're going to say, we're the best, we've won 27 World Series titles. Yeah, but out of all those 27, how many, there weren't 30 teams in the league that whole way through. How many of those were actually relevant compared to today's champions?
Well, I think they're all relevant the same way that we still look at college football championships. Back in the day, NYU had a championship basketball team. So they're not even a Division I team anymore. So
yeah, but it's not so much that. They claim to be the most classiest organization out there, and all they do is kind of bully and make fun and badger other, opposing teams' fans. It's like...
Plus, not to mention, Now,
Well, did the fans claim to be classy? Because that's just a bald-faced lie.
Well, if you look at it in general, so say you're watching on TV, you got the Yes Network. They're always doing like not just the baseball, but they claim they have the Yankeeography, the center stage. They set up a lot of first class programming, and they claim to be affiliated with a lot of first class sponsorship. Even
they are. The team. We're not arguing anything about the team. We're arguing the fans.
Yeah.
That team is a world-class, first-class organization through and through. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
That
They
team...
lost some with losing Jeter, but yeah, I have no issues with the team. It's the fan bases.
Yeah, I mean, the fan bases, they are what make the teams annoying, and that's pretty much in every sport. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't hate the Patriots nearly as much if their fans weren't idiots.
But we do.
That being said, Dan Beebie, who do you have at your number 5?
At number 5, I'm coming in with the Tampa Bay Rays. Up more. They're never up. When they were down, the fans were always saying, we're not going to come and support you. When it was a new team, there was hardly any fans in the stands. Come 2008, the team goes on to win the pennant. All of a sudden, we got tons of bandwagon fans. And what's up with that? To the point where in 2010, team star Evan Longoria called the fans disheartening and embarrassing for showing a lack of support, in especially late September, when the team was going to clinch their second playoff berth in the last 3 years. And it's basically, when it comes down to a playoff race, this team is still struggling to get fans to sit in the stadium. Quite disgraceful overall. I mean...
You're completely right. I remember being so annoyed at how popular Evan Longoria got, because literally nobody cared about the Rays. Like, they made a big change in changing their name, and nobody noticed.
I think that's, except for the Bucks, that's kind of Tampa Bay in general. Look at the Lightning. They have pretty empty stadiums rinks when the Lightning aren't good.
They don't even have natural ice.
No, they don't.
I've even been told by some fans that have had the privilege of, working for an organization that gets, box seats and whatnot, that people will literally come for like maybe an inning or two of play, eat at a buffet, and literally just like leave everything behind. It's like, if you're going to be from the area, at least maybe have some support for your local team. It's like, not that hard.
No, you're right. It is ridiculous. Bandwagon fans are the worst fans. So let's move on now to Dan O'Shea. Dan O'Shea, who have you got at your number 5?
Well, I know we never do soccer really, but I'm throwing in a soccer team here, and that's Manchester United. I know we take our sports seriously, but soccer hooligans are next level, and I don't think any are quite as insane as Manchester United fans, and how they'll basically fight someone on the street for wearing a different jersey. That that movie Euro Trip. That's really not an exaggeration of how these guys are. And
no, it's like riots for days.
Yeah, and they haven't been good in a long time now.
It's Man City time. Manchester City.
And they still seem to refuse to acknowledge that fact. And finally, my former boss was a Manchester United fan, and there was just no reason for it. And I think if you're a Manchester United fan, you're probably, as an American, you're probably a traitor, and you're really an English spy.
Yeah, that's probably correct. So now that we've alienated all Manchester United fans, let's
alienate some more.
Let's recap our.
No room for it, regardless.
Let's recap our number 5.
Who was Tony's? Did we go Tony's?
Oh, you're right. Tony's number 5 were Dallas Cowboys fans. He's wrong, but
that's
they were literally just voted the best fan in all of sports.
By who? By their own fans?
No, by like Forbes or whatever magazine does it.
Forbes doesn't know anything.
Yeah, they're pretty credible.
Says they're the best.
Urban
the best
Dictionary
fans.
for Cowboys fans says they do not know jack about football, and the majority of their fans are not even from Texas. Their fans and organization live off their glory days in the past. Since the mid-'90s, this team has not been able to succeed and win playoff games. this season excluded and present company excluded, because obviously you know about football.
Yeah, I'd like to say I'm pretty well versed in the sport that we call foosball. But no, the Cowboys fans. First of all, I think if you are a team that hasn't had the recent success and you have a far-reaching fan base, that doesn't mean that you're bandwagon fans. I think that's a good thing. I guarantee any money if you took if you asked the Giants, the New York Giants, that is, if they'd be happy that they have a ton of fans in, say, Indianapolis. What do you think they would say? No, we only want New Yorkers.
Right.
So
speaking as
that's
someone
garbage.
that's not a fan of quote-unquote America's team, I am just kind of bound to hate any team that is America's team. Just because I feel they've got too many fans, and there needs to be more parity in fan bases, and they don't deserve it. Let's be real. It's been 20 years, and I'm kind of annoyed that they're getting good again, because I think they were starting to lose some of those old bandwagoners from the glory days. And
me being one of those bandwagoners, I was 4.
that's a reasonable excuse.
Well, that's easy enough. I mean, last season when they lost in the divisional round, I mean, how many people could bring back their Dak Prescott jerseys?
Oh man, I cried. I cried. I was deleting people on Facebook. I was a mess.
But to that point, tons of bandwagoners. There you go.
Yeah, I was a mess. I was like, anyone talking crap about the Cowboys, I'm just deleting them. I unfriended like 20 people.
But no, they are set up for future success, and that's what annoys me as well, because they've had too much success in their past. And how about you leave some for other teams that haven't had any in a while, like, I don't know, like the Jets or something.
Or the Cleveland Browns even, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, we're not even going to talk about the Cleveland Browns. But
they're a football team.
Yeah, kind of.
That's it.
One thing I do just want to say, the old Cowboys Stadium had a partially retractable roof. Do you know why that is? It's because on nice days they could open it and let God watch his favorite football team.
Oh, God. That's silly.
All right.
And in their new stadium, they come up with the audio screen that when they went to kick it off for the first time, as in the football, it hit the back of the screen and they had to re-kick the ball.
No. What happened is Joe Nedney was trying to punt into the video screen.
Intentionally.
He was intentionally trying to hit it. He wasn't trying to make a football move.
Well,
he was trying to hit it.
I seem to remember watching the first game in Dallas' new stadium, and the audio just cut out, and it was absolutely horrible.
It was, and the Giants beat them. Very first game in the new stadium, the Giants beat them.
Yeah.
Anyways, so my number 5 team were a tie between the Yankees and Red Sox fans. Dan Beebie, yours were the Tampa Bay Rays.
That's correct.
/ Devil Rays. Yours, O'Shea, were Manchester United.
Yep.
And Tony's were incorrectly the Dallas Cowboys. So we're gonna.
Just wrong.
They made my honorable mentions. Say that now.
Well, we're gonna move on to our number 4. My number 4 is gonna be a popular one: the Duke Blue Devils, basketball only.
Fair enough.
I have no problems with their football team. The biggest reason that I dislike the fans of Duke is they just get carried away. They're the Cameron crazies. And they mean it. Like, they are like ride or die type of fans, which are good, but they're also I'm going to kill you kind of fans, which are bad.
Yeah.
And I would like to chime in on that. It seems like, they're competitive from year to year, and they just have a ton of people that aren't even concerned with the school or the sports program at all. They just want a piece of their pie.
Right.
Saying, we're going to win every year, and you're not even really a fan.
Right.
Yeah, it's not so much the students, it's the outside fans that are just insane. The students seem to be more tolerable. They are another team that gets a ton of bandwagoners, and it just becomes insufferable.
I have friends, not even kidding, that are huge Duke fans, but they're Duke football fans. They're Duke basketball fans. They're Duke lacrosse fans. And every time I see them, it's a different Duke shirt. I'm pretty sure he was wearing a Duke women's volleyball shirt one time. Like, I don't even know if they have women's volleyball.
I mean, that's better than just the Duke basketball fans that are just, oh, this team's good, I'm going to like them.
You want to know how you can tell who a real Duke fan is? When you ask them about their Duke fandom, they talk about how great Duke, the school, is, and not how bad North Carolina Tar Heels are. So that's my big problem. All they want to do is talk about how bad